There.
Okay. All right, so welcome back.
Thank you.
So last time we talked about working on weight management. So today what we're going to do is kind of brainstorm some ideas. So what we're going to start with is deciding on some social settings.
Okay.
And then we'll see what problems are in the social settings.
All right.
And then off of that, then we'll work on kind of like a plan, like some ideas that we can work on.
Okay.
And then use the plan in the future sessions.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked about weight management last time. So what are kind of some social settings that you are at?
Like in general?
Yeah.
Well, there's school.
Okay.
There's home life with my husband.
Okay.
Going out with friends.
Okay.
And I don't know. I think that's kind of it. Maybe like staying in with friends because I think those are kind of two different types of things.
Right. One's going out, one's staying in. Makes sense. Okay, so let's start with school. What are some problems that you see with weight management concerning school?
Well, one is just the problem of the stress from school.
Okay.
The time that school takes. It takes a lot of time, and it takes time away from other things that I could be doing, like active things and stuff. And probably just school itself, like being at school,
being
like,
there,
not maybe always having access to the best food options.
Okay. Food options. Okay, and what about home?
Home, my husband brings food in that I would prefer not to see because once I see it, I usually eat it. He tries, but he has to eat too, and he likes things, and of course he's super skinny, and he can eat whatever he wants. But we're different people, so like. I don't want to be like, oh, you can't have that in the house.
Right.
I mean, I have done that before. I'm like, here, take these chips out to your car. That's where they stay.
But
I need to get better in control of just not taking those things that I know I should be eating. So there's that. Just my poor planning. Like, I don't always. I used to always be like, okay, for dinner tonight I'm gonna have this, and then I would set out whatever I need. And I find lately that I'm just not doing that. I'll get home and be like, oh, I didn't take out any turkey or any chicken. All we have are string cheese and tortillas, and that's not a healthy dinner. So like poor planning on my part probably. And I have a real aversion to the grocery store lately. Like I just don't want to do it. I don't want to go shopping. When I do go shopping, I go as fast as I can. So I kind of don't take the time like I used to find like new things. I used to like always try to find one new thing at the store every time I went, like a new vegetable or a new soup or something like that, or a new meat or a new way to do something each time.
Cool.
And I'm not doing that lately, so I'd like to get back to doing some stuff like that.
Okay. And then what about when you're going out with friends?
Out with friends, I always use it as an excuse to splurge. Which isn't necessary. The food will be there the next time I go to that restaurant or whatever.
Yep.
I drink too much when I go out too. Okay. Somebody brings me fancy cocktails and there's always different ones. So
right. You want to try everything
like that, and maybe I don't want to call it peer pressure, but like when everybody else is having like something delicious, I want to be like, or something adventurous. I want to do it too.
Yeah.
And I want to try it. I don't want to be like the one having the no dressing salad.
Yeah. Chop.
Exactly. And once we start drinking, like it's oh here, have another one, or they'll buy you one or something like that. So yeah, I don't want to call it peer pressure because they're not doing it on purpose.
No,
there's no like, come on, you have to.
Yeah.
There's none of that. It's in my head, I know. But.
Right. Totally. And then what about when you're staying in with friends?
Staying in with friends, like I wouldn't want to like offend anybody, so I want to eat my whole plate.
Right.
And I've noticed that I will do that even if I don't particularly like it, just because I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right.
Again, wine drinking, just drink too much wine. And snacks.
Oh yes, snacks.
My friends are big hors d'oeuvre people and big meal people, so it'll be like especially my brother-in-law. He's terrible. He's like, he can't stand to have people in his house if they don't have food in their hands.
Oh gosh.
So he'll bring out like cheese and crackers, and it's always so good too. It's like it's never like a bowl of corn chips. It's like nice cheeses, nice meats, like nice dips and stuff. And meanwhile, he's cooking ribs, and mashed potatoes and stuff, and then I have to eat all that too, and he will get his feelings hurt. So like I wouldn't want to do that. So, it's kind of that pressure, and again, it's kind of an excuse to splurge because I'm hanging out with my friends and I'm having a good time, and I'm not like, it's not like when you make your own meal and you're like, okay, half a plate is good, or this much that's plenty. Are you really hungry? Like you take the time to be like, I'm pretty full. But when I'm out, like I don't think about that. I'm just like, one, I don't want to hurt their feelings, and two, I'm just like, I don't need to keep track. Yeah.
That's a good one. Are you really hungry? Okay, so with that, we have a nice brainstorm started.
Okay.
So basically, the next step is that we're gonna take what we brainstormed, and and create possibilities.
Okay.
So with school, some of the things that you said were stress, time, commitment to being there, and food options. So what are some possibilities to avoid those barriers?
Well, I can't do much about the stress. I'm just going to be stressed, but I need to kind of make it not an excuse, I guess. I guess the thing that I can mainly focus on there is the food options. Bringing my own meals, planning ahead.
Okay.
Let's see what else. Taking the time, because a lot of times I'll run errands on my break, or I'll go do something, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't have time to. When if I had just gone home and made myself a nice sandwich or a salad or something, I could always bring it back and eat during the first part of class, because there's one of classes I could do that in. So just like taking the time and making that a priority over some other things.
Perfect. And then what about with home? Some of the things that you said were bringing food, like your husband's bringing food. Poor planning, don't want to go shopping. So what are some ways?
I need to just designate a day and a time to go shopping, and really plan it, like not just be like, I need bread and a few other things, and then end up spending $100 on a bunch of crap. Like make a list, and maybe like plan meals before, plan meals and make my list off of that. And that would save me money too.
Yeah.
Because then I could do like, I'll have this for dinner and I'll have this for lunch.
Yeah.
So that's what I should do.
That's a good idea. All right. And when you're going out with friends, some of the things that you said were splurging, too much to drink, and fitting in if you want to have the good meals too.
I just need to get over that, I think. I mean, just recognize that it doesn't have to, like, it's not the last time I'm going to eat ever. I don't have to have, like, an appetizer, 3 drinks, and dinner and dessert. Just recognize that fact.
Like, prioritize?
Yeah, and just be aware of that. Just don't fall into the oh, such a good time. That sounds good. Think about what I'm doing. Actually make a conscious decision rather than just okay, I'm gonna get that. Oh yeah, sure. Give me another glass of wine. And maybe go talk to my friends about it and tell them, I'm trying to eat healthier.
Sure, that's a good idea.
I'm trying not to drink as much, so why don't we not, or, just so don't call me out on it, don't try to get me to eat more or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm sure if you're hanging out with people, they're going to listen to you, they want you to still come out
they're
with
my
them.
friends, so they're
understanding.
They're not going to be a big jerk.
You can't show up. Yeah. Okay, what about staying in with friends?
Kind of the same thing, I guess. Just let them be aware that this is what I'm doing and not to give me any crap for it.
Right.
And again, just be mindful and ask myself if I am really hungry, remind myself it's not my last meal.
Yes.
and
so listening to cues, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just curtail the before food snack. Because I don't need it. It's not like when I'm going over there, I haven't eaten for a week or anything. I've usually had a nice lunch and then go there for dinner. So have a little snack beforehand, and then just those things. That would probably be helpful too.
Perfect. Well, it looks like we've got a lot of possibilities here, and then in the next session, we'll make plans.
Okay, great. Thank you.